Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Erin, and for today's yoga class, you might need a blanket because we'll mainly be on the floor. We're not going to hardly do any standing at all. Um, so either have like a cushion or a blanket for your knees. Our main focus is going to be the lower body today. We're going to be working on some hip openers. So to get started, you can come to a cross-legged position. Or if it's more comfortable for you to have your legs out in front of you, you're welcome to do that as well. So wherever you're at, let's sit up nice and tall. Make sure you're sitting on your sit bones. Feel as if there is a string pulling you from the crown of your head all the way up to the ceiling, elongating your spine. And we'll take a moment to just focus in on our breath. You can soften your gaze, or if you're comfortable with closing your eyes, you can close your eyes. And just tune in to your breath, taking a nice long inhale through your nose and a nice long exhale out through your nose. I'll do that 2 more times. And I like setting in a intention for the class. Something positive, something for you, whether it's just to get through this class today or if it's something else. My intention for our class today is to move slowly, notice the sensations in my body. Once you set your intention, let's take one last inhale. And let's open our mouth and let it out in a sigh. You can open your eyes. You could close them. And today also we're going to end our class with a body scan, which I always love to do. Let's start with some neck rolls here. Bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. Relax your right shoulder. And then slowly bring your chin down towards your chest. And then roll all the way over to the other side. Then come up through center. We'll do it 2 more times the same way. Left ear, left shoulder. Chin towards your chest. Slowly roll all the way over. Come up through center. 1 more time. Chin towards your chest. Slowly roll all the way around. And then come up through center. Now we'll go the opposite way. So right ear, right shoulder. Relax your left shoulder. Chin to chest. Slowly roll all the way to your left. Come up through center. 2 more times. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest. Roll to your left. Come up through center. And one last time. Right ear, right shoulder. Roll all the way over. Come up through center. Now let's do some shoulder rolls. So bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears and then roll them back and down. Let's do it 2 more times. Up to your ears, roll them back and down. 1 more time. And then we'll go the opposite way. So we're going to bring our shoulders up and then roll them forwards. Bring them up, roll forwards. 1 last time. Next thing we're going to do is walk our hands forward. So folding over your legs a little bit here, coming forwards, giving a nice stretch to your lower back. And then walk your hands up. From here, we're going to come to a tabletop position. So whichever way is more comfortable for you, coming to tabletop. If you do have sensitivity for your knees, you can go ahead and grab a mat or a blanket and put it down on your mat for extra cushion. Coming to your tabletop, make sure that you have your knees in line with your hips and your shoulders in line with your wrist. So for today's cat-cow, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do like a moving cat-cow. So I'm going to demonstrate it first for you. We're going to tip our tailbone down just like we do normally, or tip our tailbone up rather, for cow, and we bring our belly down, chest forward, head up. Or we're going to push forward, bringing our shoulders over our fingertips. Then we'll drop our head down, coming through to cat, arching through our back, and we're going to push back so our hips will come towards our heels. Come back to your cow as you move forward. So tipping your tailbone up, lifting your head and chest, coming forward. We're going to do this a couple of times so you can kind of get used to the movement here. Again, going slow. Inhaling as you come forward and filling up for your cow. Exhaling, bringing your belly button to your spine as you come through to your cat. Let's do it 2 more times. Coming through our cat and our cow. 1 more time, coming back through to cow. And then coming through to cat. Coming back to a neutral position in tabletop, making sure you're all lined up. Knees in line with your hips and shoulders over your wrist. We're going to come to thread the needle now, so a shoulder stretch. Let's bring our left arm up. And then as you exhale, bring it through between your right arm and right leg, coming all the way down on your left side. You can leave your hand in front of your face if that's more comfortable, or you can walk your fingertips up for a little added stretch. So bringing them forward. Then come to your breath here. Breathing in and out through your nose. And then slowly bring your right hand right in front of your face again if you had moved it. On your next inhale, we're going to press into our right hand. Push yourself all the way up. Bring your left arm up. And then exhale, brings it down. Come back to your tabletop position and we'll do the other side. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, bring it through between your left arm and left leg. Come all the way down onto your right side, right shoulders down, the right side of your head. Again, option, you can leave your hand in front of your face or walk your fingertips forward for a little added stretch there. Continue breathing. And then slowly bring your hand back in front of your face, your left hand, and then on your next inhale, pushing into your left hand, push yourself all the way up, right hand cups up. Exhale, bring it down. We're going to transition Coming all the way down onto our backs. Doing some leg work here. And bring your knees into your chest. And then extend your right leg out, keeping it flexed. And then we're going to point our left leg up to the ceiling. And we're going to start by pointing and flexing our foot. So pointing it up, then pointing your toes towards your face. Do that a couple times. Then we'll start circling our ankle. We'll do that 3 times, so making a circle with your foot. And once you've done that 3 times, stop and then go in the opposite direction. Make 3 more circles, going the opposite way. Then flexing through your foot, we'll try to make circles with our heel. You can grab onto your thigh for support. Just make 3 circles going in one direction. Once you've done 3 circles, stop, change the direction, going the opposite way, and make 3 more circles. Now that we've done that, we're going to stop. We're going to bring our leg across, so going over to the right side, dropping your leg over, using your hands for support here. Feeling a nice stretch all the way along our left leg, our left hip. Inhale, come back to center. And then as you exhale, we're going to go to the left. Again, use your hand for support here. Inhale, coming back up. We're going to do it 2 more times each way. Exhale, coming over to your right. Inhale, coming back up through center. Exhale, going all the way over to your left. Again, we're moving slow here. Inhale brings you to center. Exhale to your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, back to center. Bring your knee towards your chest. Give it a little squeeze. And then extend your left leg out to meet your right. We're going to pause here. Maybe you'll notice if one leg maybe feels a little bit longer than the other. And then on your next inhale, bring your right leg towards your chest. Give it a little squeeze. And then extend your right leg up. Again, you can hold on to your leg for support. Start pointing and flexing your toes. So pointing your toes up towards the ceiling and then pointing them down towards your face. We'll do that a couple more times. Point and flex. Now we'll start our circles, our ankle circles. So circling your foot in one direction. Do about 3 circles. Then we'll stop, go the opposite way. Then flex through your foot so that your heel is pointed up at the ceiling. And we'll do 3 more circles with our heel. Just little circles. Again, we're not making huge movements here, and we're moving slow. Once you've done 3, stop and go in the opposite direction. Now that we've completed our circles, we're gonna, on your next exhale, drop your foot across your body all the way over to your left side. Again, using your arms for support. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, going to the right. Inhale, coming up through center. Exhale, coming back over to your left. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, coming to your right. One last time each way. Exhale as we go to our left. Inhale, coming back up through center. Exhale as we go to the right. Then inhale, coming back through center. Bring your knee toward your chest. Then extend your leg out. Pause. Just noticing how your legs feel. Taking a breath here. And then you can bring your knees toward your chest. Roll all the way over to your right side. Using your hands for support. Coming up. Coming back to a tabletop position. You can go ahead and grab a mat or a blanket. Coming to tabletop, making sure you have your knees right under your hips and your shoulders right over your wrists. We're going to move all the way over to the right side of our mat. So move your hands over to, not the right, the left side, and bring your right leg forward. Make sure you get your right foot nice and flat and you have your knee tracked over your ankle. You can have your back toes tucked or untucked, whichever is more comfortable for you. From here, engage your core muscles. And then slowly on your next inhale, using your hands on your thigh, come all the way up. Push your hips forward. You can keep your hands on your leg for support if that feels good for you. Or you're welcome to inhale, bring your left arm up overhead as you keep pushing your hips forward. Come back to your breath. Exhale, bring your hands back down. Slowly bring your right leg back behind you. Come forward to a supported plank and then lower yourself all the way down, coming all the way down on your belly and coming to cobra pose. So setting up for cobra pose, you want to have your fingertips under your shoulders, elbows in, tailbone is pointed towards your heels, feet are flat and pressed into your mat. On your next inhale, you're going to slowly lift your head and chest, just coming to a baby cobra here. Shoulders are back and down. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, pushes you back up to your tabletop. Bring your hands all the way over to your right side as you bring your left foot forward. Again, make sure you get that left foot nice and flat. Knee tracked over your ankle. Your back foot, toes can be tucked or untucked, whichever is more comfortable for you. Then engage your core muscles. Bring your hands to your thigh for support. Slowly come up. You can leave your hands on your thigh for support, or you can bring your right hand up overhead. Push your hips forward. Coming back to your breath. Exhale, hands down. Bring your left leg back behind you. And we're going to keep building on our sequence here. So you're welcome to come to your supported plank, or you can come up to a full plank. Either way, on your next exhale, lower all the way down. Coming up to cobra, maybe you lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, coming back down. Tucking your toes. Maybe you push up to your table, or maybe you come up to downward facing dog. Choose whichever option works for you. If you're coming to downward facing dog, make sure your fingertips are spread out wide. Bring the creases of your elbows out. Let your head hang. If you have any straining on the back of your legs, bend your knees. And it's okay if your heels don't touch the ground. And making sure you're pushing your hips up and back in downward facing dog. We're going to keep building on this. Inhale, be careful of what's behind you. Lift your right leg up. Exhale, bring it through. Slowly bring your right knee down. Make sure you have your foot flat. Maybe you still use your leg for support or engaging your core. Inhale, coming up hands free. See how you go. Again, do what feels right for you. Push your hips forward. Taking a breath here. Exhale, hands come down. Bringing your right hand to your right thigh and bringing your left hand down to the floor. We're going to spin our right foot out at a 45-degree angle and then pushing into your thigh here, bringing your knee a little over your toes, and only going as far as it feels good for you in this stretch. Again, our focus is our hips, so we're doing different stretches here that will release any tension you feel in your hips. Inhale, we're going to come out of that. Have both hands down on your mat, and then slowly bring your right leg back behind you. Again, you can come to supported plank or full plank. Lower all the way down. You're welcome to come to your cobra, or maybe you bring your thighs, lift your thighs off the ground in up dog. Exhale, come back down, tuck your toes, either coming up to your tabletop or coming to downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, and then on your next inhale, lifting your left leg up. Exhale, bring it through. Make sure you get your foot flat. Lower your right knee. Maybe you use your hand for support. Maybe we come up hands free. Pushing your hips forward. Coming back to your breath. Bringing your hands down. Left hand to left thigh. Right hand comes down. Turn your left foot out at a 45-degree angle. And then push your hips forward. Again, only going as far as feels good for you. Coming back to your breath. And on your next inhale, slowly come out. Bring your leg back behind you. You know your options here, either supported plank or full plank, lowering all the way down. Your option of cobra or up dog. Lowering yourself down, coming to your tabletop, or downward facing dog, whichever option you're choosing today. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring it through. Coming back to our low lunge, making sure you get your foot flat. Inhale, coming all the way up, arms up overhead, pushing your hips forward, shoulders down and away from your ears. Exhale, bringing your hands down, left hand down to the mat, right hand on your right thigh. Again, you're going to spin out your right foot at a 45-degree angle, and then push your hips forward. Your knee will come over your toes a little bit. And then come back to your breath. Inhale, slowly come out. From here, we're going to transition to a 45. So if you simply just wiggle your foot all the way over to the left and then slowly come and sit down on your mat. I'm going to transition here so that you can see what I'm doing. So with your shin in front of you, making sure you have both of your feet flexed. We're coming to a 90-90 or a 45-45. You can transition your left leg and move it to where it fits you better. So if you want to move it a little bit further back, that feels more comfortable for you, that's great. If you need to bring it a little closer into your right foot, then do that too. So finding the position that works best for you, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to slowly walk forward over our right shin. Again, only going as far as it feels good for you. Listening to your body. Coming back to your breath here. We'll take just a few more breaths. And then slowly walking your hands back up. And then whichever way works best for you, we're going to come back to our plank pose. Lowering all the way down, either coming to your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, coming to your table or your downward facing dog. Next inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, bring it through. Get your right knee down. Inhale, brings you up. Push your hips forward. Make sure your shoulders are down and away from your ears. Exhale, come down, grounding your right finger as you spin your left foot out at a 45-degree angle, and then pushing your hips forward. Left hand is on your left thigh. I actually like to untuck my back toes in this pose. Feels that it elongates your leg. I feel like I have a better stretch. But do what feels good for you. And inhale, come back, and then we're going to do the 90-90 on this side. So bringing our left foot across to the right, so your shin is in front of you. So you have both knees bent. Again, like I said, you can adjust your right leg here, make it so that it works best for you, either closer to your left foot or further back, whichever one works better. Inhale, lifting up, sitting nice and tall, and then exhale, we're going to fold over our left shin. Again, only going as far as it feels good for you. Coming to your breath. We'll be here for a few more breaths. On your next inhale, slowly walk your hands back and then style it out, coming back to your supported or your full plank, whichever one. We're going to go through that one more time each way. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale pushes you up to your table or downward facing dog, whichever option you're choosing today. Next inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bring it through, lowering your back knee down. Inhale, coming all the way up, pushing your hips forward. Maybe you stretch your arms back behind you. Inhale, coming out of that, and then exhale, bringing your left hand down. Spin your right foot at a 45-degree angle. Push your hips forward. Then inhale, coming out of that, and then slowly coming back to your 90-90. So again, scooching your right foot across, bending your left knee, and setting up for your 90-90. Styling it out, whichever way works better for you. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, walking your hands forward and folding over your right shin. Coming back to your breath. On your next inhale, slowly walking your hands forward. Coming back to your supported or full plank, whichever one you're choosing today. Exhale, lower all the way down. Your option of cobra or up dog with thighs off the floor. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push yourself up to your tabletop or downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, bring it through. Make sure you have your left foot flat on your mat. Inhale, lifts you all the way up. Maybe you reach your arms back behind you. And look up the ceiling, arching your back just a little bit here. Exhale, coming down, grounding through your right hand, left thigh. Spin your left foot out to a 45-degree angle. Hips come forward. Pressing into your left thigh. Coming back to your breath. On your next inhale, come up and then slowly move your foot all the way over to the right, setting up for your 90-90. One last time. Inhale, lifts you up. Exhale, walk your hands forward over your left shin. Then slowly come up. Bring your hands back behind you. Bring your legs out in front of you. And bring your legs so that they are about the width of your mat. So your feet are about the width of your mat. We're slowly going to drop our legs over to the left side. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, drop them over to your right side. We'll do that 2 more times. Coming in through the center, dropping them down to your left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, drop them down to your right. 1 more time each way. From here, we're going to come all the way down onto our bellies. Setting yourself up in Sphinx pose. So you have your elbows in line with your shoulders. We're going to bring our right leg up, bending our knee and having our leg in line with our hip here. Almost kind of like a little frog pose. From here, lifting your head and chest forward, making sure your shoulders are down and away from your ears. You're always welcome to bring your elbows out wider if there's too much tension on your lower back. We're only going to be here just a few more breaths. And then we're slowly going to take our left hand and bring it behind our right elbow. As you bring your head all the way down, open your right arm and bring it up towards the ceiling as you rotate slowly onto your back. So you're bringing your arms out to a T. You can leave your leg where it is, coming into a twist here. Coming back to your breath. And if you have too much tension on your shoulders, you're welcome to turn your palm to face down. That will help. Or you can even bring your hand to your hip if that's too much tension on your shoulders. On your next inhale, we're going to come back the way we came in. So slowly coming back to your belly, coming back to Sphinx pose, and then bringing your leg straight back behind you. I'm going to push up and come into a child's pose. So walking yourself back up, bring your big toes together, hips towards your heels. You can have your legs together or wide apart as you come all the way down in child's pose. On your next inhale, lift up, snake your way forward, coming back to your Sphinx pose. And we'll set it up on the other side. So bending your left leg, bringing your leg in line with your hip, bending your knee, your foot is flexed. Again, you have your elbow in line with your shoulder. If that's too much, bring your elbows out a little bit wider. It will lower you down. You also can bring a blanket under you too to support you. Shoulders away from your ears. Then we'll come to do our little twist on the other side. So right hand behind your left elbow. Slowly bring it through as you come all the way down. And then open up. Again, the same options. If it's too much on your shoulder, you can always bring your hand to your hip. Choose what works for you. Coming back to your breath here. And then on your next inhale, we're going to come back the same way we came in. Style it out. Coming back to your Sphinx pose. Bring your leg straight out behind you. And then slowly we're going to push ourselves up and back, coming back to child's pose. Big toes together. Knees can be together or apart. And then your hands are welcome to be in front of you or behind you. Rest your forehead on your mat. We'll take a couple of breaths here. And on your next inhale, slowly lift up. We're going to come all the way down. One last hip opener, coming to recline pigeon. So coming onto your back, you're going to bring your left ankle to your right knee. Make sure you flare out your knee wide. You can stay here, or you can bring your hands to your thigh and bring your legs towards your chest. Any amount that feels good. Making sure you keep your lower back on the ground. Keep your feet flexed. Make sure your knee stays out wide. Coming back to your breath. Then we're going to release our thigh and slowly drop your legs all the way over to your right side. You can bring your arms out to a T. Taking just a few more breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly bring your legs back up through center. Unwind. And then we'll take a couple of breaths here before we continue on to the next side. On your next inhale, right ankle to your left knee. You can stay here. Make sure you have your knee flared out. If you want to take it a little further, grab hold of your left thigh. Flex through your feet. Bring your legs towards your chest. Make sure you have your lower back on the ground, not lifting up. Letting go of your thigh. Slowly dropping your legs all the way down to the left side. Bringing your arms out to a T. And then slowly coming up through center. Unwinding your legs. And then bringing your legs in towards your chest, giving them a little hug. Then coming all the way up. Bringing your legs out in front of you. Flexing through your toes, so your toes are pointed up. Inhale, arms up overhead, hinging from your hips. Exhale, folding forward, bringing your hands to the outside of your legs. Coming back to your breath. Maybe you grab your ankles, or maybe you can grab your feet. And then let your feet flop forward. Let your head hang. On your next inhale, slowly roll all the way up and roll all the way onto your backside, setting up for Shavasana with our body scan today. Bring your knees into your chest. Maybe you do happy baby, bringing your knees, bending your knees, grabbing hold of the outside edge of your feet with your hands, making sure your low back is on the ground. You can stay here, or you can extend one leg for a little added stretch, extend the other leg. Maybe you rock from side to side, a little massage for your lower back. And bring your knees towards your chest again. And then extend your legs out. Palms face up. You can have your eyes opened, or you can soften your gaze. I'm going to come to an upright position here so that I can finish out our session. Again, we're going to end with a body scan. So bringing awareness into your body, start to focus your awareness on any physical sensations in or on your body. Simply notice what you feel, notice the sensations of breathing, and allow the cadence of your breath to happen naturally and automatically, without trying to breathe in any particular way. Observe the places in the body where you feel the sensations of breath. Perhaps this is at the tip of the nostrils or in the belly. Take a moment to notice the activity of the mind, lingering thoughts, mental chatter, or memories. There's no need to try to stop these thoughts. Simply become aware that the thoughts are there. Then redirect your attention back to the sensations of the body. Next, notice if emotions are present. There may be strong feelings or not much emotion at all. Either way, acknowledge your current emotional state without trying to change it. Allow emotions to be part of your awareness. Then return your attention to the sensations of breath. Now, direct your attention to your feet. Notice any sensations present in the feet, the toes, the tops of the feet, the soles, the heels, and the ankles. Attune to the present sensations, noticing what you can without needing to move or adjust positions. Now move the attention to the lower legs. Observe any sensations present in the shins and calves. Notice the knee joints, the fronts of the knees, backs of the knees, and sides of the knees. Now move the attention to the upper legs. What sensations are present in the front and backs of the thighs? Now draw your attention to the hip area, the front of the pelvis, the sacral area, the buttocks, and the pelvic floor. Observe the sensations here. Now move the attention to the torso. Begin by noticing the sensations in the back of your torso. Then bring your awareness around to the front of the torso. What feelings are present in the belly, the rib cage, the area around the heart, and the collarbones? Be present with these sensations. Now, transport your attention down into the arms and hands. Notice your fingers, the palms of your hands, the backs of your hands, and your wrists. Observe your forearms, elbows, upper arms, and shoulders. What do you feel in these areas? Now move your attention up into the neck. Notice any sensations in the throat area and in the back of the neck. Pause and acknowledge these sensations, and then continue up into the head. Observe the mouth, the jaw, the lips, the tongue, and teeth. Remember, no need to change anything. Just acknowledge the sensations that are present. Observe the cheeks and nose, the muscles around the eyes, the eyelids, the eyes themselves, and all the muscles of the forehead and temples. Observe the sensations in the scalp, both at the top of the head and the back of the head. Mentally observe your ears. Take time here to be present with the sensations in the neck and head. Now release your focused awareness from the parts of the body and bring the attention back to the breath. Notice the feelings brought about by inhaling and exhaling. Imagine and visualize your breath journeying through the whole body. Feel how the traveling breath connects all parts of the body. As we move toward the end of this body scan exercise, take a moment to thank yourself for showing up for yourself, for being present with your body, and for cultivating your well-being without needing to change anything. Start to slowly take a deeper breath in. Slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe you take an overhead stretch. And then slowly bringing your knees towards your chest and rolling all the way over to your right side. And slowly pushing yourself to an upright position. If you hadn't opened your eyes yet, open your eyes. Coming to a cross-legged position, bringing your hands together in the center of your chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice today. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a wonderful rest of your week. See you soon. Goodbye.